Oh, sorry about that. I don't know. That's weird. When I switch that screen... Sorry about that. I don't know. That's weird. When I switch that screen, it's muting my mic. I keep thinking I got this figured out, and I mess something up every single time. Thanks for letting me know, guys. I was just saying this is my 10th stream. Been enjoying chatting it up with y'all, so I'm psyched to keep streaming as long as you guys keep showing up and want to hang out. This is the second box I've got from AGL. Josh hooked me up big time and sent a whole bunch of discs out, and I really had fun out on the course with some buddies throwing those, so I knew I needed to try some more, so I went ahead and placed an order, and we got a few more of theirs. We got some Magnolias in here. That's one of the main ones I was missing previously. I got two new ones in from somebody, Austin, in a Slack group. He sent me out a cypress, which is discontinued. There was just a few of them. I don't know how long these were made. There's a few thousand of them out there, and I don't really know the history on them, but I think they were changed a couple times maybe, so this may fly different than other cypress. One of you probably knows the answer better than me, but this thing is super unique. You can see that line on it right here. It's kind of like how the Baobab has a big lip on the top. This also does too. It's really significant. It's really funky. You can see how it's bent in the light. I only threw this a couple times today, and it is a straight meat hook, but it's interesting. It's really flexible. It's very soft plastic on this cypress. This was made somewhere else. This wasn't a Gateway. This wasn't molded at Gateway. It came out of somewhere else. You gonna bag them all? Some molds you don't like? Antonio, yeah, I don't know. My bag lineup is kind of constantly flexing, so I won't be surprised at all if a couple make it in. I don't know how long they'll stay. I'll say that the cypress, and what's it? Oh, where'd it go? The cypress and the cedar are both like super beefy for me, and that's partly my arm speed and the elevation that I'm at. These are so overstable that a lot of discs fit that slot, you know. Like I usually carry a Force for, you know, when I just want like an absolute meat hook. But I need to get the locust in the sycamore beat in a little bit more, at least in the alpine plastic. I've thrown this red locust the most, and that was my farthest flying disc today. I got this out of a little over 100 feet on like a pretty straight line, really, and then a hefty skip at the end. There's a little bit of tailwind even, but I had to mash on it pretty hard. For a lot of if I'm going to carry a disc that's like a fairway or a control driver, I often like to be able to get like a flex out of them. I like to be able to throw it hard enough backhand that I can get it to turn over and get some movement out of it. And that's pretty hard for me to do. I'm not getting that out of these locusts or the alpine sycamore. This sycamore is pretty beefy for me. I gave it I've thrown it a number of times now, but only once today. I ripped it pretty much as hard as I could, dead flat, and it did not show any amount of turn. Usually with a 7-speed disc, especially if I see 0-1 on it, I think I can rip it hard enough to get some turn. But this one just locked in and went dead straight, and then did fade hard enough at the end to skip. And it was, it was 360, some 37. I don't know. It was probably, yeah, it was definitely in the mid 300s. So it really got out there impressively far. And then this one blend, this blend sycamore, I've thrown it probably the most, and it really bombs. It is flippy though. I'm definitely getting turn out of it. Have you tried their hemp blend plastic? The only one that I have in hemp is a baobab. I've got more in this box I'm about to open here. One of the baobabs I've got that's in hemp, and then the other ones that I have is woodland. This woodland feels really nice. I definitely like it. The one that I've thrown the most so far has been this Madrone. It is just crazy. Like, I still can't figure this thing out. It just does. I feel like to properly describe how this disc flies, you need another number. Like the 4-number system, 3303, doesn't properly describe what this thing does. Would it be considered baseline? Antonio, so their baseline is woodland, and then the hemp. I don't know if they do. I think they blend the hemp into both the baseline, the woodland plastic, and blend the hemp into their premium, their alpine. Like this is hemp alpine, I believe. I should pull up my cheat sheet again that I wrote for all the different plastics so I can tell you better. Yeah, so they do have hemp in both alpine and woodland. I got a black zombie shotgun and hemp blend. It's kind of neat, basically a Casey Rock. Nice, Nick. That's got to be a gateway mold. A shotgun. Yeah, I don't know gateway very well. Let's crack it open and see what we got. Oh, I forgot to mention in the last one that I did, you can see the little green sticker on there, packed by Ava J. She's super cute. You can see on like Facebook or Instagram, I'm not sure where I've seen different pictures, but Josh's girl packs these up. Oh man. I know one of the things I saw when I was browsing around their site looking for what different things I might want to order, I noticed that they had a thing on there where you could pay, I think it's like $2 or something, and Ava will draw you a picture. And I was kicking myself after ordering. I was like, oh, I should have totally had her draw a picture on my box. But it looks like she hooked me up with some custom artwork anyways. Oh, that's awesome. She's writing a what's it called? I know there's a specific term for that. The boats with the big fans on the back. I want to say hovercraft, but I know they're like swamp boats or whatever. That's awesome, Ava. If you're watching, thank you. I appreciate that. That is great. You totally killed it. That's an awesome picture. Thank you. I'll put it right up there in the background. Okay, so we got a Madrone, another Madrone on top. If you didn't know, AGL really prides themselves on their packaging. Even ordering one disc, they will send it in a box. Like most places, you have to order, you know, multiple before you're going to get them in a box, or it's hit or miss or whatever. But even one disc you'll get in a box, and each one comes in a sleeve. And they send you a seed as well for whatever tree name the disc is. So like this, that's a Madrone seed. I have a pile of seeds now. I need to start researching and see if I can grow any of them here. Oh wow, this pink Madrone that I've been throwing a whole bunch is kind of a shimmery. Let's see if that'll actually give you a better. There, you can see it better. Look at kind of the striations near the edge of this. It's almost like a reflective, like a G-star sort of plastic. And this new one does not have that. This is definitely a different feel to it. And where this one is very stiff. I mean, not like super stiff, but compared to this plastic, this is a super soft flight plate on this one. What's up, Sep? Bowie boy in the house. This still feels like it is the Alpine plastic. It's not baseline at all. It's like very tacky and soft. I'm surprised that it feels so much different than the plastic on this one. It's also flatter. The pink one that I have has a little pop top to it, and this one is almost dead flat. I'm really psyched to throw that. It's so tacky. It's nearly like fingerprint. Yeah, gummy. This is a gummy hemp. It's got to be Alpine still, though. There's no way this is woodland. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know their plastics super well yet, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, I ordered a couple minis from them. A little nesting minis. Between the nice tree reference, Ava's drawing, and Doth doing his thing, this is the respite I need. Awesome, Elias. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, the hemp baobab's also very gummy. Hey Doth, what you opening? Crystal, we're opening a box of AGL. I got a whole bunch of AGL stuff in today. Well, it came in a while ago, but you know how I do it. I save the boxes for you guys. So I got a couple minis, some saplings that nest together. I'm psyched about this one. Hold on. What do you think? I got my axe out stamp on there. And look, they got it on the sleeve. Above ground level discs. This is their logo for their X out discs. I thought it was pretty sweet. I figured I was due for another hoodie, so. Hey Carl, how's it going? All right, next in here, we've got a sticker just popped out of there. Give me a purple AGL sticker. Added in with that the last black one I got. I'd rock it. Hey Bear. Some more pencils. Whoops. You guys are getting spoilers with these discs falling down. Got my Ponderosa seed. Where's my seed stack going? I'd say my favorite disc so far is the Ponderosa. So I got this black one in Woodland, which you can see I've already been beating the heck out of it. I've thrown it quite a bit. I actually hit a basket pretty hard today, and it took a pretty good chunk out of the flight plate down here somehow. Crystal Ward seed. Yeah, Crystal, all of AGL's discs are named after trees. So like this one is the Ponderosa, and with each disc that you buy from them, they send you that tree seed. So I have a Ponderosa seed here. So I've got a pile of seeds going from the different discs I've got from them. I got to figure out if I can grow any of them. I'll start them here, get them going on my balcony. Yo, Big Red, Bowie Boys represent. All right. How's it going? So this Ponderosa that I've been beating the heck out of is in Woodland, and one of the new good ones I got is in Woodland Hemp. So I know that when I was looking at these, Josh put like some colors tend to be stiffer than others, so I ordered ones to get a couple different levels of stiffness. These two are pretty close. Granted, it's one of them's a hemp and one of them's just a regular Woodland blend. Carl, I love the whole theme of AGL with the seeds. I'm a huge putter collector, so I'll have to pick up a couple to try out. I throw Wizards and Magic, so I know what I'll be getting into plastic-wise. Nice. Yeah, I would say, well, I've got one more putter in here I haven't tried yet, but I really like the Ponderosa, and this pink Madrone that I've been throwing is kind of wild. It's really, like, I'm totally thinking of it as a mid-range. I know it says 3-speed on there, but it just goes. Have you ever thrown a Scepter? I'm loving it right now. JCags, I have not thrown a Scepter. Is that West Side or is that Infinite? Chad, yo. Hopping in the video a little bit late. Oh, no, you're good. You're good, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. Or just, I've only pulled 2 discs out so far. So this is another Ponderosa, another Woodland hemp one. So I think this is softer. I think the dark blue is supposed to be softer than the light blue. Well, this one's chalky. Yeah, it's just a little bit. I don't notice it in the, yeah, even a little bit in the flight plate. The darker one is just a touch softer. Oh man, these are, I'm really psyched to have backups now, and to try them in the with the hemp in there. Is there an AGL putter like a Roach or a Warden? So I don't. So this one. Okay, so I have been putting with Fierces for my understable, longer putts, and then if the wind picks up, or if I'm putting like fast for, you know, at a higher velocity for whatever reason, I'll switch over to a Luna. So I'm between Fierces and Lunas. And what I realized today was that I could use the, so I brought only AGL out onto the course today, just to kind of, you know, force myself to start beating some of these up and get a good run with them. So the Ponderosa I was using instead of the Fierce, which was a shoe-in. Like, this thing is very understable. And then the Madrone I was using in place of the Luna. It can handle all sorts of torque and speed. After your last video, I'm thinking I'm going to be checking out that Madrone to see if it stacks up against a Gateway Warrior mid-range. Chad, yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think about that. I don't know the Warrior, so I can't compare the two. But like I was talking about, thinking of the Madrone as if it was a tactic, but further. But I don't think that's even correct. Like, there's something about this where, like, I know it'll go, you know, 250 feet. Like, if I'm throwing it hard, it'll hold whatever line I put it on for about 250 feet, and then it starts to hook up, it fade. Like, noticeably, it doesn't have like a huge movement left, but it is moving left, and then at a certain point, it just starts to kind of fall out of the sky, and it does get ground play. Like, I was getting skips out of this, and because of that much overstability, like, as soon as it starts to slow down, I keep thinking that I have to throw it hard, which means I've been overthrowing some stuff. Like, I threw it on slightly wider than I normally would, and on slight hyzer on a hole that the pin is like right at 295, something like that. And I've been throwing buzzes and MD4s on this hole in the past, and I'll kind of put those a little higher and wider, and, you know, hit a stall point and they'll come into the basket. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to smash this to get it there, to get it 295. And I watched it. I left it a little too wide right. But it did start to hook up and come back towards the basket, and then it hit the ground and skipped. And I was like, oh, that's not too bad. I'm just, maybe 30 feet right at the basket. And when I got down to the basket, it was like 45 past. Like, it was, pushing out into the mid 300s. And I don't know. I'm still confused about exactly why this disc does what it does. But I'm enjoying throwing it. I just keep ripping it. Thank you. I'm constantly switching between Roaches and Lunas. Awesome, Jared. Warrior is like a Verdict or MD4, not meat hook, but it's stable. I've just thrown them forever, so it's hard to switch from them. Yeah, I definitely have to throw the Madrone harder than I would an MD4 to try to get it to the same places. But it goes. Dude, look at my putter stack. Oh man, I'm getting psyched. All right, next one. Another Ponderosa. And another Ponderosa seed. So I wanted, what did I do? I can't remember. Okay, so I had my old black one, I got the two new ones in hemp, and then I got that one I just opened in woodland. So I've got a pair of woodland now, and then a pair of hemp. So I'm really set to give these Ponderosas a solid try, and see what I can get out of them. And we've got a Magnolia. I haven't seen a Magnolia seed yet. I'm curious. Oh, it's a big seed. Look at that big seed in there. That's a giant dude. So I have Austin Neely had sent me this one. I got his package a couple days ago, and again was just sitting on it. And then today, when I was like, I'm going out real quick. I got off work early, and I was like, I've got time to run out to the course, and I thought, oh, I better just open Austin's package right now so that I can get that this cypress out of it and bring it out on the course. And I totally forgot that he was also putting the Magnolia in there with me. So I actually got to throw the Magnolia some today. My husband surprised me with a Ledgestone Big Z Fierce. This thing is sick. I can't wait to try it out. Oh, Crystal, that is awesome. I love that disc. That's I hope you like it. It's amazing. I really do. I really like the Z. Well, I haven't tried the Big Z. So I've tried, what do I have? The Crystal Fierces. Yeah, I got some of the Player of the Year. I like these things so much, I ended up snagging a number of them. I wonder, so I didn't know they had them in Big Z. That's crazy. I wonder how those will, they've got to be pretty similar, right? I'm a big fan of the Fierce as a throwing putter. It's definitely one of my favorites. Missed out on the Crystal. Yep. Well, you know where to get one if you like that Big Z and you have to try out a Crystal. So this Frosty mail call for me today too. My tournament long Bowmans finally came in. They'll be my forehand fairways. The long Bowman. I get a couple of those West Sides mixed up. Boatman, long Bowman. I think there's another one too. Is the long Bowman the one close to the Firebird? Anyways, some of those are. I really like that plastic. There's some good discs in there. It's like it's the Firebird one. Okay, yep. I really like how flat those are, and it feels like it's even a narrower rim than for a 9-speed, right? I think those fit excellent in the hand Frosty. That's great. This Magnolia is in Woodland. It's very stiff. Super stiff. This one I was throwing earlier today in Alpine is like not floppy gummy, but it feels nice. I only got a couple rips out of this today, and this was going as far as this Sycamore, which is kind of crazy because I thought the Sycamore was going pretty far too, and I don't know what that means. If that means I've got some technique issues, when your mid ranges start going as far as your fairways, but I don't know. This one bombed. I'm hoping that a Woodland will beat in a little bit and have some more turn to it. Got another sticker. Surgery went well. I'm about to order the Doth pizza for my pizza party. Nice, David. That was this morning, right? You had I forget what it was. It something in your ankle, David? What would you compare the Magnolia to? Chad, it's like what struck me about the Magnolia was how low profile it is. Like I'm gonna take. Yeah, like here's a buzz. Ooh. The camera doesn't want to focus. It feels lower profile than a buzz. I could maybe throw these up on the other screen, but It's hard to they look close enough. It's hard to show the difference. Peroneal tendon. I'll have to maybe I'll get some good pictures, maybe showing the differences, but it's remarkably flat top. Like I feel like with the this Alpine one, my thumb is getting into that a little bit, and that always makes them feel even lower profile, right? If the thumb can push down and get into that similar plane as the fingers are in, so it feels like super flat top, which I really like the idea of. It reminds me of some of the really flat top MD4s. Like I think I have a Glow MD4 in particular that is just like remarkably flat top, and it has a little bit of that feel to it, but the wing on this thing feels just like incredibly compact. Like it's definitely a unique feel. I'm not sure what the closest disc to this would be. It's also a wider diameter. It's taller. It's taller than a Buzz is. Come on. You can see how much taller than a Buzz it is. So flight wise, I can't say a whole lot yet. I only got a couple rips, but it goes. It feels really nice. I got a nice sapling sticker. Looks like my Malta definitely feels like a more compact disc, Brett. The Magnolia feels quite a bit bigger, but also shallower. I like that profile. Yeah, me too, Crystal. Chad, it looks like a flat Prodigy M4 or Discmania MD4. Yeah, pretty close. David, I have a beat-in Madrone, and it throws like an understable Buzz. I have small hands and a lot of mids don't feel comfortable. The only thing, Crystal, would be that the large diameter, if that would mess with you. If you have smaller hands. I meant Magnolia. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, David. Is that beat Magnolia? Do you know if it's in what plastic it's in? Is it the Alpine that you beat up? Ooh, here we go. Hail it. There's another Magnolia. Look at this one. It's got that hemp in there, and you can see it's shimmery. Kind of soft, flexy. It's probably Alpine then, David. I'm gonna guess, just based on the one woodland that I have here that's very stiff. So this is hemp Alpine, a hemp Alpine or Alpine hemp Magnolia. It is right in between the feel of these other two Magnolias I have. That woodland is the stiffest. This hemp Alpine is right in the middle, and then this Alpine one is the softest. Usually the depth is what doesn't feel right, like digs in my fingers. Oh, that might be a great one to try out then, Crystal, if you ever get a chance. Mike, how they feel for cold weather. Yeah, Mike, that's something I've really been thinking about as temps drop. I mean, we got some nasty stuff coming in, highs in the 30s this weekend, and I always kind of find myself searching for a little bit softer things. Definitely this this one is going to feel, this is the softest Magnolia that I have, and it's going to still feel very stiff. I think the only one of these that really stands out is this Madrone. This thing is so soft. I'm so psyched about this. This is going to be great in the winter. Well, this one's separate technically. Oh, come on, work. Sycamore. Oh, so this is another of the. I want to say it's first run, I believe. It matches this. It matches this one I've got, which is the X Out Sycamore, but the plastic is just different on these. Like look at the back of this, and you can see my fingerprints on there. It's really kind of a tacky, chalky plastic. I think I don't know how easy it is to track these down, but I really liked how this one was flying for me, so I specifically asked Josh if he had any extras sitting around that he might be able to hook me up with, and this is awesome. He totally came through. I can't wait to get these out side by side. It's 168 versus 172. Those are. It wouldn't surprise me if these are the longest throwing AGL disc for me, even up against the 9-speed Locus. I mean, I think part of that really is the plastic that these are in compared to the Alpine. These definitely are more understable. At least this blue one. I'm assuming this Lima Bean is going to be the same. Oh man. Thanks, Josh. This is sick. Oh, we got another double purple AGL stick. I'm gonna start getting some stickers put up. I'm probably just gonna start running right around the side edges of this thing. I'm starting a stash. We'll get them on there. Another cedar. So I have one other. So I got two red ones, one with a black stamp, one with a silver stamp now. I'll have to get some dome measurements on those. It does look like this has more dome on it, a higher pop top. 169 versus 172. These feel really nice. Love hearing the sound of a pop top. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I'll hook you up. These are pretty soft. I really like the feel of these. If I could get one of these beat in to start getting some turn out of it, I mean, I don't know. It's 11503. I'm not sure how much I'd have to throw that to get it that beat up. I think it'd be easier just to go down to sea level. They really feel nice in the hand. A heartbeat of disc golf. Ooh, another Magnolia. Wow, this one is also really nice. Look at the shimmer in there. The silver stamp. That thing is pearly. Wow. That's got a, this one has a nice dome to it. Yeah, how flat I talked about the others being, this one really has a nice gentle dome. So I would expect that to be just a tick more beefy. The Magnolia is my favorite so far. That shimmer is sweet. Yeah, I've got a whole variety of Magnolias to try now. So we've got the board flat stiff woodland. Actually, this hemp, this alpine hemp, has just a touch of dome to it as well, so a little bit of dome on that one, and then a completely board flat alpine, and then an alpine with a nice dome to it. We got the whole gamut. What's the chonky pink one, David? That is a Madrone. It's a 3301 putter with just like a mini, like a super low profile thumb track to it. Here's another one. I haven't thrown this orange one yet, but they do some crazy. They're very, very stable. Like I can just, you know, I can mash on them and they will handle it. And then we got a little mini acorn in there. A little can topper. Oh, cool, it looked like a berg. Yeah, I haven't tried bergs. I think they have a super meaty thumb track on them. All right, well, I got the full AGL setup now. It's gonna make it even harder to get these beat in, having so many different ones, but I'm up for the challenge. I think what I need to do, like especially with these, with the locust where I've got two of them, is I just need to set one aside. Unless I'm going to go do field work and throw them back to back, I need to pick one and really go after it to get it beat up. If you need help throwing discs into trees, that's my specialty. David, yeah, you and me. I'm pretty good at that as well, even when there's like no trees out there. I'm getting them stacked in order of stability. The tower of AGL. What plastic was the pearly white Magnolia? Might have to snag one like that. It's in Alpine. So the Alpine does look like it varies a bit. So it is, their breakdown on that is, it's 80% of Gateway's diamond plastic, 10% HD and 10% AGL polymers. So it is not like a straight across from any gateway plastic, but it is using like a high percentage of gateway plastic, and then they've got a little bit of other stuff added in. The weight I use, they're all sold out. What weight are you looking for, Crystal? So Chad, I'm not sure what to tell you on for the Pearly Alpine. If that's specifically what you're after, you might send a message to Josh. Does the hemp change the stability? That is something I intend to find out, Chad. I think with the Magnolias, for example, as soon as I see one with a different amount of dome on it, I'm pretty certain that will change the amount of stability and glide. But I'm not sure that's specifically tied to the kind of plastic, like with it having the hemp blend in there. I know on some of those, like with the Ponderosas, when you start clicking through the AGL side and looking at those, it shows, talks about different colors having different stiffness or flexibility to them. So Josh seems to be pretty on top of mentioning the different variations, if there's any. I don't know what other sites are carrying AGL as far as like Crystal trying to find the Magnolias in the lighter weight, 170, 172. This Woodland is 170, marked 174, but the other three I've got are all 180, 181. I'm pretty sure they're on Infinite, but I think it's like everything is sold out. Which is just how it goes for... Yeah, they are on Infinite, but... They've got some cedars and manzanitas. How did I not order OTB also, but no Magnolias? How did I not order any manzanitas? The manzanita is another putter. 3302. So it's like pretty close numbers to the Madrone. I must have had some good reason for talking myself out of that. I guess that's just an excuse to make another order, right? Yeah. Oh no, it sounds like you're going to have to order more discs. Exactly, Chad. I was thinking about doing a stream going through, like picking one brand and going through every disc I have from that brand. I thought that might be something fun to do live. Like show off every Discraft disc I own, for example. How's Lola's foot today? It seems better, Crystal. I took her out to the course with me, and wouldn't play fetch with her, just to stop her from doing like super sprinting and, you know, cutting back and forth really hard. I think that's what's tearing it up, and it seems like we didn't re-injure it. I haven't gone and like poked my fingers in there yet to find out, but she didn't mess with it when we got home, so that's a good sign. I'll check it out later. If she made it through that without re-injuring it, then we're probably good to just start cutting loose again. You think that'd be cool? Cool to build a bag with one disc per brand? I like that idea, David. That does sound fun. Oh, I actually have some unrelated more discs to open here. Speaking of Discraft, that would be interesting, but frustrating also to have to choose between favorite discs. Yeah, Crystal. You like all this stuff with the smaller brands? It's making your inner hipster quite happy. Nice, Chad. This is another package from Slack. I saw these pop up and I could not pass on them. Look at those pearly units. Discraft is doing so good with there's something about, especially when I see the little white milky strands in there. Like they're just doing, they kill it. It's so good. Look at that. I've been, like, one of the buzzes that I've been throwing the most is a purple tour series, and I do have other buzzes. You know, I've got some titaniums and ESPs. I've got a number of buzzes, but when I saw Gabe post these two, I had to jump on them. They're too. It was a great deal. Some more backup buzzes. Yeah, there's my main one I've been throwing. Not quite as pretty, but it's you know, they're different, right? They all have different amounts of stuff going on in them. If you guys got any other questions or comments, feel free to fire away. Can't have too many buzzes or fierces. I might have too many, Crystal. I might be there. It's a high threshold, but I think I might have made it. Nah, yeah. It's like half of that top rack is fierces. I throw all Discraft. What's the difference stability-wise between their plastics? Brett, I'm not sure that it's really fair to say that certain plastics have different stability compared to others across different molds. I think that in some cases, you know, like a Raptor might have very specific differences in stability from one plastic to the next, but then that set doesn't necessarily stay the same when you switch to buzzes or something like that. I think in general, you get ESP and then Z and then TI above that. Well, then you have a half a rack to fill. Yeah. Oh man, Crystal, you're a bad influence. Mike, quick thought on Fossa Skinny 2. Need new bag and looking at that over the CS2. I like it over the CS2, Mike. I think the only reason that I would lean towards CS2 over the Skinny 2 is if you really wanted to limit yourself on how many discs you could carry and you know, just have a lighter bag overall. Then the CS2 might work better for that. Like for me personally and how I use bags, I would definitely, that wouldn't be a hard choice. I would be going Skinny 2. I guess, let's see, if I'm trying to think of other things the CS2 does better, CS2 might hold its value better just because it has that grip name. It is a more polished look overall on the CS2. I think it would be reasonable to expect a much longer life out of the CS2 as well. I mean, the Skinny 2 hasn't been around long enough for us really to know how it handles, you know, use and abuse over the long haul, but grip's track record is pretty strong. That's what you've been leaning towards, the Skinny? Yeah. I had a reminder on my calendar. That's next week. I'm not sure. If I'm supposed to say anything about that or not. There might be a new option on the Skinny 2 coming, color-wise. But in this, how things go now, there's no telling manufacturing, so if you can find what you like in stock, now is the time to buy. There's no guarantee it's going to be there tomorrow. I went out for another test session with my my new mic setup. I've got some I was talking about this a little bit last stream. I've got these new wireless lav mics. You just like unclip that, clip it on your shirt, and then the base of it goes on your waist belt or pants or whatever, and then they both send back to this guy, which I mount on the camera. I took them out to the field. Brandon and I went out there just for, I don't know, we were off work a little, just wanted to go throw, and I was like, let's use these mics more. And man, I had all kinds of problems with them. I used one for my in the bag video and it cut out a few times, and then when we were out on the field, like, my mic was useless. Brandon's worked great the whole time, but mine just had horrible static. There was all kinds of noise, and maybe like 10% at most of my actual voice came through. It was horrible. So I'm kind of bummed on that. I need to get them out and troubleshoot and figure out if it's one of the transmitters that's bad, or if it's one of the mics that's bad, or what the problem was. I know that, like, Brandon had his clipped on, and then like his shirt was behind it, and I had my shirt hanging over mine. I'm like, surely it's not like one layer of t-shirt that was causing the signal to drop. I don't know what their frequency range is on these Big Red, but they do have a bunch of channels. It does have frequency range listed on there. I'm guessing it's automatic though. I just gotta test it and see, figure out if I can repeat it with the same one and then switch the mics on them and put them in different places. But I'm kind of glad I figured it out then, because a few days before I had made arrangements to go out and film with the local player, and we were going to do a video on the Castaplast Via, but he got called into work, so we had to cancel. But I'm kind of glad we did, because I would have felt pretty bad taking his time out on the course. And do they have selectable transmission frequencies? I don't think so. Different channels might work better depending on frequency range. Yeah, that could explain it, if, since one is on, channel A and the other's on channel B, if they're running at different frequencies, I could have interference on one of those frequency ranges. That makes sense. They're not the most expensive, like, high-end units, but they should work for what I'm, they should work for what I'm trying to do. So it was a little minor setback in, trying to get some new content figured out, but we'll work through it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I'm headed out early. Have a good one. Great stream as always. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Chad. Appreciate it. Can't find magnolias anywhere. Yeah, unfortunately, that's happening with a lot of manufacturers right now, Crystal. In the weight you're looking for, yeah. I don't know how many they made. Later, pizza arriving soon. Awesome, David. Enjoy that pizza and take it easy, man. Hope that recovery goes well. I'll leave a review next stream on the pizza. Hell yeah, I expect it. Speedy recovery, absolutely. Yep. Take it easy. Don't don't go nuts. You got it. All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, checking out these AGL discs with me. I'll be beating them up, giving them the run around, and hopefully, I'd really like to get some flight footage of this stuff for you guys, so you don't have to just listen to me talk about how they fly. You can actually watch them, see what I can do with them. So hopefully we can get some of that coming soon. But great stream, Doth. Thanks. You're welcome, Crystal. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody have a good evening. I'll